In this month of weddings, if for some reason there isn't a white folding chair waiting for you someplace, don't worry. You may always look back on some of the most unforgettable weddings of all time or fiction to get your dose. After a lot of research on marriage, I'm pleased to find that these ceremonies stand out above the rest. Please show your appreciation by giving this video a like if you found it entertaining or informative. Let's get started right now. We like to think that every wedding is as special and lovely as the people being married, but there are undoubtedly those from the past and present that stand out, and the most of them continue to be the talk of the town to this day. Here is a roundup of some of the most intriguing weddings ever. Number 16. Best Double Wedding. The phrase, Siamese twins, was coined by the conjoined twins Chang and Ng Bunker. They were born close to Bangkok, immigrated to America in 1829, and after traveling as a successful attraction, settled down on a farm in North Carolina. Despite the sisters' growing hostility against one another, they remained married to the twins after their 1843 wedding to the sisters Adelaide and Sarah Ann Yates, which was highly criticized as being out of the ordinary. Chang and Adelaide had 11 offspring, while Ang and Sarah had 10. These numbers sparked decades of lewd speculation. Number 15. Most Grudging. When she wed abolitionist Henry Blackwell in 1855, suffragist Lucy Stone insisted on keeping her name. In the marriage contract that was read at their wedding, they expressed their shared devotion as well as their rejection of the marital laws that denied women of so much freedom and financial equality. The wedding was presided over by Unitarian pastor Thomas Wentworth Higginson, who later described conventional marriage as a system under which man and woman are one, and that one is the husband. Number 14. Most Kitschy. Publicity stunts and weird characters have both existed throughout history. On the highest-rated episode of Johnny Carson's Tonight Show in 1969, with an audience of 40 million viewers, Herbert Khoury, a 37-year-old ukulele player who went by the stage name Tiny Tim, married the 17-year-old Miss Vicky. The stage was decorated with thousands of tulips in honor of the singer's well-known performance of Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Number 13. Most Presidential. The home has been the site of 17 weddings, according to the White House Historical Association. Boomers will likely remember those of Tricia Nixon and Linda Bird Johnson, but Grover Cleveland was the only president to get married there. The lovely 21-year-old daughter of his deceased law partner, Francis Folsom, was married to the 49-year-old bachelor in 1886. The Blue Room served as the venue for the event. The Marine Band and John Philip Sousa, the March King, played musical selections. Number 12. Largest. The Unification Church was established in South Korea in 1954 by Sun Myung Moon. There were numerous accounts of its contentious characteristics and its crooked leadership. Mass wedding ceremonies, where many of the participants were matched by Moon himself, have been among its most bizarre customs. Moon passed away in 2012, when a Moonie wedding with about 4,000 followers took place in Madison Square Garden in 1982. It garnered a lot of media attention. Tens of thousands of couples would participate in these ceremonies over the ensuing years. One of them was conducted by Moon's widow as recently as March of this year. Number 11. Shortest. Connecticut-born at 6 months old, Charles Sherwood Stratton's growth ceased. P.T. Barnum, the founder of a famous traveling circus, discovered Stratton when he was 4 years old. Barnum gave him the new name, General Tom Thumb, said he was 11, created an act for him that included dancing, dramatic readings, and imitation, and toured with him for years. When he wed Lavinia Warren, another Barnum find who was a few inches shorter, in 1863, Tom Thumb, who was already well known around the world, became an unmatched sensation. The showman planned the wedding, which was held in Manhattan's Grace Church and was followed by a celebration attended by thousands of guests, including the most prominent members of New York's high society. Number 10. Most Irrational. Awareness building for the Humane Society of New York was the plan. The wedding in 2011 cost $270,000 in contributions and was planned by author, reality celebrity, and animal activist Wendy Diamond. Triumph the insult comedy dog presided over the wedding of Diamond's small coton d'Atelier, wearing a $4,000 outfit, and Chili Pasternak, a tie-dyed poodle who had won the online competition. Number 9. Most ridiculous. The impressive clergyman, a character in The Princess Bride, is described as having a speech impediment that would stop a clock in the stage instructions for the shooting screenplay. In a movie with no lows, Peter Cook's comments about "Moj" and "Wuv, Tuyu Wuv" during Prince Humperdinck and Princess Buttercup's wedding provide a high point. Number 8. Most anticipated. In DC Comics' December 1996 issue of Superman, the wedding album, Lois Lane and Superman were wed for the first time after 58 years of dating. This wedding was billed as the event of the century and featured a ceremony in which the priest was drawn to resemble Jerry Siegel, one of Superman's co-creators, and the pews were filled with the numerous artists and writers who had brought the Man of Steel to life over the years. There had been dream sequence and hoax weddings in the comic books before, as well as marriages in movies and TV shows. Number 7. The least likely. It is called Love Actually. Keira Knightley portrays the bride, and Chiwetel Ejiofor portrays the groom. Their guests include 3 trumpet players, 2 flautists, 3 trombonists, and 2 saxophonists, all of whom emerge from the pews to join a string section, a choir, and the late Lyndon David Hall singing "All You Need Is Love" at their recently completed wedding in a small church in London. However, they somehow managed to miss this fact. How is that even doable? Richard Curtis, a director and screenwriter. Number 6. Most popular. The wedding of Lady Diana Spencer and Prince Charles was watched by 750 million people on July 29, 1981, if you were awake and alive. Numerous pictures of the pair would emerge over the ensuing decades, both together and apart, in the most elegant attire, and in the corniest tabloids. The sight of them leaving St. Paul's Cathedral in a fairy tale carriage and a puff of white taffeta, though, may be the most memorable. Number 5. Second highest priced. So to speak, Charles and Dee's wedding is the most extravagant. Vanisha Mittal, a steel magnate's daughter, and Amit Bhatia, a British banker, are said to have spent $60 million on their wedding in 2005 in Paris, which included silver box invitations, a pre-wedding dinner in the Tuileries, the ceremony itself in a 17th-century chateau, and fireworks over the Eiffel Tower. Number 4. Budget for cheapest clothing. At San Francisco's City Hall in 2013, nudist campaigners Gypsy Taub and James Smith were wed before being fined. Some of the visitors followed suit and removed their tops in support of the demonstration against the city's anti-nudity law. Up until the cops issued the newlyweds with tickets and offered them some blankets, a mariachi band played some music for dancing. Number 3. Most elegant. Everything was there, including attire by Armani and De La Renta, a backdrop of Venice, taxi boat transportation, added star power from Matt Damon, Bill Murray, Emily Blunt, and Bono, and gift bags containing iPods preloaded with a song chosen by the happy couple. Not least the bride, international lawyer Amal Alamuddin, and groom, actor/director George Clooney, who seemed equally glowing. Everything was sophisticated, astute, and lovely. Number 2. Most awkward. 6 couples have been selected thus far to take part in the surreal reality program Married at First Sight, in which 4 professional matchmakers pair up pairs of complete strangers, who then come together and exchange vows at the altar. Denmark and Australia have also hosted similar performances. But nothing has surpassed the scene of Jamie Otis, a previous contestant on The Bachelor and The Bachelor Pad, crying out when she saw Doug Henner, the guy she would eventually marry and, in the show's spin-off sequel, remarry, for sheer embarrassment. Number 1. Favorite magic. They are, after all, fictional characters, and they are from various fictional worlds. However, after Ireland legalized same-sex marriage, author J.K. Rowling suggested Hogwarts headmaster Dumbledore and Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings as potential wedding partners. The Westboro Baptist Church then announced picketing in a tweet. The following is Rowling's response: "Alas, the sheer greatness of such a union in such a location would blow your little, bigoted minds out of your thick, sloped skulls," she said. Finally, in a theatrical victory, 2 actors portraying the Great Wizards were declared husband and wife during a ceremony in the Equality House in Topeka, Kansas, which is located right across from the church. Viral wedding ideas videos are all over social media, starting with crazy wedding proposals. The marriages shown in the film are the most fascinating ones ever. Watch more videos on Best for Brides to learn about the bizarre, amusing, even spooky tales of weddings and traditions from throughout the world, as well as many other wedding-related topics. Are you interested in such videos? First things first, be sure to give us a big thumbs up if the video helped you in any way, if you also feel like you learned something new from it. Additionally, subscribe to our channel, Best for Brides, to view more videos.